Scorpio, let's give the cards a good shuffle on camera and then we'll see how your person is feeling. What cards are coming up for them? Okay, they too are plagued with a lot of anxiety. Okay, so we've got Cancer and Leo. Could be one of these signs, or could be the times of Cancer and Leo. Look, this person feels like this is a very strong connection, okay? The Two of Cups with the Moon card, they feel things are happening fairly quickly, okay? They feel a very strong attachment and they may be a bit scared of this. So the Two of Cups often points to twin flame soulmates. It can point to those that are married or in a commitment or engaged, for example. But with the Moon card, this is about needing to protect oneself emotionally. We've got the Watchtowers. The Moon is the sign of Cancer, and Cancer is known as the crab. Okay, so it can be very emotionally protective. And what I'm seeing here is there's someone that they may be just trying to disguise their feelings. But the feelings are very strong because they've got strong water cards that have come up. We see the King of Cups. There's no one higher than the King in the deck, higher than the Water King. So this straight away could indicate that this person is, I feel like they're trying to get their head above water, or they're trying to understand how they're feeling. The way they're feeling about you, it could be quite foreign. Maybe they've never felt it and they don't understand it, or maybe they haven't felt it for quite some time. There's been a period of quietness or calm or peace in their love lives, and since your connection, or maybe in the time of Leo, they may express this anxiety that they're having. They're not really sure. I feel like there's a lostness here, but I say they're trying to get their head above water because the King of Cups is here and he's sort of on this stone slab throne, and he doesn't look like he's struggling, okay? It looks like he's come to terms with his emotions, but now his endeavor is to stay afloat. He's gotten up there, but now can he stay there? Sort of as a fish pendant. I don't know if this is like Pisces energy, Pisces, Cancer, and you had Scorpio in these readings. These are all water signs, so there's strong emotion at play. It's almost like he's looking at the moon though. So there's someone here who's aware of this, aware of how they're coming across, but they're trying to perhaps do it subtly, but behind closed doors, Scorpio, there's something that's plaguing them. Now, the Four of Swords can often resemble a church. You know, we have a church, a tomb effigy, the stained glass windows, and for some of you, if you've had this talk of like marriage or getting really serious, this may have scared this person. And I don't necessarily think it scared them from you. I think they are, you know, there's reciprocated feelings here. There's mutual feelings. But these things may have scared this person. Or some sort of milestone is very fragile to them. Because in the privacy of their own mind, Scorpio, they're going through the Nine of Swords with the Page of Swords. Again, the past is coming back up, Scorpio. They may be trying to reconcile with your past, okay? You might have had a lover come back. You might have had something that you've done to them in the past, or something you've done just in your life, and maybe they're having a hard time dealing with it. The Two of Cups can be Leo energy, which can be pride. So maybe they're too proud to say anything, but underneath that, there's a vulnerability, because underneath, you know, we see water, and that water can represent the subconscious, and also that can represent the subconscious mind. You know, the darkness, when we're left alone with our thoughts, as well as being in this state right here. So it may be about a major milestone you've confessed you've wanted with this person. The moon can often be seen as the mother, so I don't know if there's some of you that this person's mother has sort of gotten in their ear a little bit, maybe said some things, maybe affected their way of thinking, okay? or has made a comment about the relationship. I mean, it could be like a motherly figure. Okay, maybe it's not necessarily a mother or like in-laws or anything. Maybe it's just a friend that they have that's very mothering, like maybe older, maybe female, and maybe has said something about the connection and put some thoughts in their mind. That doesn't change how they feel. I think they feel quite strongly emotionally for you, but they're trying to understand. They're trying to piece things together. The Four of Swords can sometimes be distance. So in order to protect themselves emotionally, they may try to distance themselves. Eventually, they could reach out, though. Okay, we see the man reaching out to her hand here. And this is like a gesture of either like it's a comforting thing. So maybe they'll try to comfort you in a way and let you know that they still feel, you know, and the lion is taking initiative. So maybe they'll try to comfort you and say, look, I'm still involved. I'm still here. I just need time mentally. It could be that, but the Nine of Swords can also be loneliness. So it could be that someone's feeling lonely without you, even, Scorpio. Maybe this is a long distance connection. Maybe it's been an isolation romance, for example, or you've had to do things long distance for a while. Maybe you've just been out of contact. You've given each other time. But the Nine of Swords can be loneliness, okay? It can be sadness. So someone could be very sad to be placed in this position. Especially, Scorpio, if some of you, you know, have sort of, they've asked for maybe a second chance at something, and maybe some of you have halted that. You know, you've turned your back on that second chance because you don't see a vision right now, or you want to take it slow, or you don't feel like they can fulfill your wishes. They know that there's intuitive energy here. The King of Cups is intuitive. The Moon is intuition. So they're reading you quite well, Scorpio. Whether or not they're actually saying it is a different story. Whether or not they're admitting to it is a different story. But they could very much be tuning into what's going on. But I like that they're coming up with the Two of Cups because they're still there. No matter what gets tough or how the past could affect you or whatever it is that's happening, I feel like they're still here. There's still support with the Two of Cups. There's still that, I want to be with you, like I want you. I mean, despite the problems, despite what's happening here. Okay, but they're not sure how to move forward. Maybe knowing what they know. Maybe try to move forward and protect themselves at the same time without it affecting the relationship too much. So they are toying between head and heart. Okay, very much so. And I think maybe on some level you may be too. And I think this is something you're both going through. And the Moon, again, empathetic energy, intuitive energy. It could also be like they feel they don't have the emotional support from you. Maybe they want you to reach out. Maybe they've done all the reaching out, the comforting. They've always be the one, you know, to come back to you. But maybe now the Moon can be like emotional support, emotional security. And maybe there's someone who doesn't feel like they have that, because if they're feeling lonely, maybe they don't feel like you're a union, you're a team, or you identify yourselves this way. So maybe what they're craving here, Scorpio, is emotional reassurance. Maybe they need that. They need that from you to feel better, to feel more confident going forward. Otherwise, you know, they're not moving forward with confidence here, Scorpio. So it might be something you need to explore with this person in your own time. And like I said, the time frames of Cancer and Leo have come up. So I think it's actually this time that could be heightened in that situation. Or you might see those things come true. So thank you again for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you'd like a private reading with me, you know where to find me.